Alright, so this is my review of the Titan tree and post puller. I got this in today. It came in a very sturdy crate. It's large enough I may make a small chicken coop out of it, but that's another side project. This fit my loader, which is a 3025E tractor with I believe it's a 300E loader. It's got 2-pin settings, so it can hold the larger carriers and the smaller carriers. Everything fit nice. The green is off a little bit. It's not exactly John Deere green, but honestly I don't care. I got this at a really good price, and it's something I've been wanting for a while. It does the job. I've been out here playing in the field with this thing just tonight, and it does a good job. I didn't get too crazy because it's middle of the night. The only thing I can tell you that I did was on this fitting up here. These were only hand tight, this one and this one. And so I tightened these down with a wrench. I'm going to make sure that they're not leaking. Other than that, everything else was pretty snug on the other end. I hear a lot of people say that the fittings they have on their tractors are not the right fittings for whatever reason. I purchased this tractor brand new from John Deere, and it came with a third function that I had installed on it. It was installed at the dealer, and the dealer installed it, and it had the actual 1/2-inch connectors on it. And my tractor also had the 1/2-inch connectors, so it was literally just a plug and play scenario. I did check both of these nuts to make sure that these were tight, and they were from the factory. And other than that, this thing is pretty stout. It's got the spring coil the whole way around, all the way from one end to the other. And I mean, for what I'm going to use it for, which is pulling little saplings and stuff out of the ground, is going to work great for me, because a grapple just really doesn't it just really doesn't close tight enough to do it. And if you try putting a tine under a small thing, under a just a small tree, then you can get it, but it's time consuming. This thing is a lot easier, a lot less effort. And I'm happy with this. It's a decent piece of equipment. Again, this is day one. I'll post a video of what I did online, and y'all can see it in action. It's in the dark, so don't expect great resolution or anything like that, but this is definitely, if you have trees on your yard, if you're like me and you have a lot of roadway on each side, this thing's going to help out a lot. But it's very strong. It will actually crush the trees. It crushes them, but it don't break them, because the teeth they're not really sharp. But it is definitely a good tool to have, especially if you're doing a lot of stuff where you're taking little trees out. And this is a lot better than having to take and get off the tractor and hook a chain to it, which is what I was doing. And then you run into the problem of if you if you have a chain on it, sometimes you'll lose traction because you ain't got like really a whole lot of downforce on it. The only thing that I could say that I would change on this thing is there is a cotter pin on the very bottom. And I think you can make it out right there. And I mean, it's okay for what it is, but I think that could have been a little bit better. But it's something cheap that you can replace, so it don't really matter that much. Same thing on that one. It's just got a cotter pin holding it in. It would have been nice if it would have been a bolt run up through there like how it is on the grapple I have. But for the price I paid, I'm not gonna be real picky. Um, I will have to check my fluid probably in the morning, because I would imagine that this whole get up and filling the cylinder probably, and this is just a guesstimate, but in my opinion it would probably take about maybe a gallon, three-quarters of a gallon to a gallon to fill this all these lines up. And so I'll check that tomorrow, make sure that I'm not low, because as you know, everything on these John Deeres, it's all intertwined. So the loaders, the hydraulics, the pump for the power steering, the everything that runs this other than the motor oil is ran through these same pumps. So you definitely don't want to go low on your fluid for that. So anyhow, Titan tree and post puller seems to be a pretty good thing for what I'm going to use it for. And I'll give some time. I'll post what I'm cleaning up, and maybe you'll see where this could help you out too, as far as in your land stuff. But for me, I'm pretty happy with it, and I got it at a really good deal because it was $400 off MSRP on a sale they had going. So that was enough for me to jump on it. Anyhow.